Okay, so Kevin asked me to speak about what are we going to be speaking at South by Southwest. Last year, we hit 7,000 million people. I don't know if you were aware of this. For me, it was not a big deal. I didn't make much of it. But BBC did. And they built a site. I don't know if you had the chance to go to it. But it was a really cool site. You could put the date of you were born, and it calculated how many people were alive the day you were born. Now, if you see this, that's half the people that are alive right now. Now, that did freak me out a little bit. So we doubled the population of the Earth since I'm alive, which is kind of harsh, but this one freaked me out a lot more. That means that about 10% of every human being that ever existed is alive right now. Now that's freaky. That gives you an idea of these are not normal times. These are very weird times. And if you look at it, the whole graphic they gave you, it's even more startling. We're in the midst of a hurricane, and it's only speeding up. So, as I look forward, I'm not sure what's coming. And since I have this wonderful little girl, the question is, what's the world going to look like when she's old, when she's my age? I have absolutely no clarity of what it might be, but I'm sure she's going to be living in the same era as me, which is something I like to call the era of personal obsoleteness, which basically means we are obsolete every 5 years, which is much better than the phones, which are obsolete every 18 months. So we're better than the phones, but we're in a tough world. It's not very clear what we're going to be doing, and I'm only certain that the obsoleteness in her time, when she's a professional, is going to be much faster, much harder. And we used to rely on good maps to know where to head from here on. Maps are completely obsolete too. Each time we try to predict the future, we end up with nice pictures of how the past would prolong itself into the future, and it just doesn't do it. So, what do we do this? I have no idea, but I do have a proposal here to say today. I come from this very small country here, at the end of the world. It's called Chile. And I have the honor of working in the second region, which happens to be the driest desert in the world. And I was commissioned to transform this region into a regional ecosystem of entrepreneurship and innovation. I think maps are not good tools right now because we don't know how it's going to look. But I do know that we can design how we would like it to look. I know that we can work to build what we would like it to look. So the question is, why would you try to build a hub of innovation and entrepreneurship in the driest desert in the world, in a little province, in a little country at the end of the world? Well, basically, because this little region produces 17% of copper in the world, and copper keeps rising its price, which means in practical terms, this newspaper clipping that you cannot understand or see. So I'll bring it closer, and in case you still cannot understand or see, I'll bring it even closer. That's the investment that's going to happen in this little region in the end of the world in the next 6 years.
That's $28 billion. So 28 thousands of millions.
I don't know if there's another place in the planet, well, maybe China, yeah. But at least in America, where there's so much investment being done in such a small place, in such a small lapse of time. So the question is, if this is so great, what am I doing here? We have worked with Kevin for quite a while, and we're sure that Austin has some way of building entrepreneurship and building innovation that is very different from California. We do not have the capital markets that California has, you don't, but you have managed to build it on top of that. So you are an example for us. Not only are we interested in the innovation and entrepreneurship that's happening here, but we're also interested in building more of creative cities in this region. So what have we done? The 17th of November of 2010, we gather all the authorities of the region, from the military to the political to the universities to the entrepreneurs to the big companies, and we even had our own little gringo here. And we told them, let's do this. Let's get together. Let's take advantage of this investment to change this region. And we've got tons of things we're doing. We're learning from different parts and we're doing different initiatives. I'm not going to get into them. So this is the driest desert in the world, and the project is called Fertile Region. You get the irony. We're not talking about the soil, we're talking about the people, we're talking about innovation. On top of that, the government, centralized government, not the regional government, the centralized government invented this project, which actually offers $40,000 for any entrepreneur, any startup that wants to start their company for the first 6 months in Chile. And you get the money just for being in Chile, building the company. You have to obviously be qualified, and if you're interested in that, Kevin is going to be working from here to select people to send there. But this is one way that we're trying to attract talent into the country. And that's it. I was given 7 minutes, I took 10. Thank you very much.